So you're telling me that you could just look at shit and even if you don't know what it says, even if you have no idea what the fuck it says, that's still reading it? I feel like there
No,
needs to
yeah,
be
you can't count that, Jack. You have to be able to process it. That's what reading is processing it. All right. Episode 86. My ball, Zach
86, baby.
Ertz.
My balls that hurts. That's a good pull. I like that. Nice.
Any other 86? You know what we
I'm
missed last week? Was
who?
Vernon Davis.
Oh,
He
Big
was
Vern.
85. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
damn. I think 86. I think Dylan Cease is 86. The dude from the Sox.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
He's some goofy ass
Yeah, he's
number.
got a goofy number for sure.
Yeah. So fuck. But yeah, that's the only thing I can
Do they
think
do
of.
numbers like that in baseball where like
Y-
certain positions have numbers?
Yeah,
No.
pitchers. Oh no, not like that. Pitchers will just be like goofy numbers where it's
Yeah.
like whatever
Right.
they want.
There's no structure though. You can do whatever. It's
No.
fucking yeah. It's a
Like
wild, wild
catchers
west.
aren't like goalies, they're not in the 30s.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
There's nah.
Gotcha. That'd be
I'm pretty
cooler if
sure.
they did that, but
I'm pretty sure the only rule is that you can't be zero in baseball. I don't think there's a zero allowed in baseball.
No.
why
I
do
don't
they do
think.
that? Is there a reason?
I don't
Because they
know.
just lifted that in the NFL, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I don't know
weird.
why. Because the NBA allows it. I don't know if the NHL does, but I know the NBA allows it.
And it's fucking sweet.
I mean, I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
You
I was
don't love
double
the
zero.
number 0?
No, I was double zero once as a child. But I was never just zero. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Though. I don't think it should be omitted from. It's a number, you know.
I don't like 00.
Well, yeah, I was also 10 years old, and it was cool back then. All right,
Was it? I feel like
it
it
was
wasn't even cool then.
it was 20 years ago. It was cool, bro. I'm telling you, you don't know,
That's
dude.
true.
You don't even
It
know.
was.
Do your homework.
It was
Are
20
there any
years ago.
famous double zeros? What was that one dude that played for the Knicks? It's fucking
I don't think there's ever been a
Latrell
00.
Sprewell. He was number 8.
what number was Stoudemire?
32.
Stoudemire. Yeah, that was
He
for the
wasn't
Suns.
32.
For the Knicks, I think he was number 1.
Oh.
Oh yeah, maybe for the Knicks he was 1, yeah.
Because for the Suns, he was 1,000,000% not
Double
number
zero.
32 either. I don't
He
think
He
was
it was.
wasn't?
double
I was just
zero,
way off on that.
Yeah, because I think Shaq was 32 in Phoenix, unless they didn't overlap.
Hold
Now
on,
that we're-
I'm looking this up, dude, because I'm pissed. All right,
Uh,
he was 1. Oh, dude, he was 1
he was
both
just one the
places.
whole time. Okay, I knew he was on with the Knicks, so I had that right at least.
That's junk, dude. Who was 32? Somebody.
Well, the Suns had Shaq at one point. He was definitely 32 on
Oh,
the.
yeah.
He was 1,000,000% 32 on the Suns.
The Shactus, dude. I'll forever say that might be one of the best nicknames in sports.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
It just plays too well. But okay, we got some Mikey stuff. We
I
got
wouldn't
a
call it
Jack.
Mikey stuff.
We got a Jack Wheels and Doors. We got a Mikey semi-hard stance topic, and then we got a
I just-
Jack Wheels and Doors topic, and then we got maybe some football if we got time.
I
Go
just had a good weekend where I did some cool shit. And it kind of triggered me. There was a couple of triggering moments because I was with a generation of people that it's a little older than me, and I was next to some people that there's a lot of frustrating things that happened. So I went to a comedy show. I saw Anthony Jeselnik, but we saw the Late Show, and Jeselnik overall show hilarious. Their opener hilarious. I actually just commented on the opener's shit today, and she liked my fucking comment, which I was
That's
like,
sick.
hell yeah, yeah. And then I looked
What's
at
her
her and she
name?
likes it. Her name is Blair Socci, SOCCI.
Shout out to Blair.
Yeah, and then I looked and she likes everyone's comments, so I didn't feel as special.
So very cool that I feel like if you're a young comedian, you got to do that, like grind and
Yeah.
make people
And
like you
also,
as much as
if I'm
possible.
getting a like from someone with a check, I'm happy about it. I don't give a fuck. It makes me feel
Yeah.
good. But so anyways, before we went to the comedy show, we went to dinner. I didn't even want to go to dinner because like they're all like 45 kids. Like one of them was my cousin. It's like his group. And they
Yeah.
kind of invited me because I was like, fuck yeah. They know I'm a big stand-up guy. Anyways, we go to Morton Steakhouse. It's like a touristy steakhouse in the city. I mean, you're
Yep.
paying $70 for a steak though.
We
Um,
got one here on Big
yeah,
Beaver, like our touristy road. Same road the
yeah,
mall's on. Yeah.
exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. Which I,
Yep.
I don't care about that. I just didn't really feel like spending the money, and then on a big steak, and then I got to go sit, and it's like I don't know, like they're tight seats, and I just don't want to be uncomfortably full or anything like that. Like it's just not something that I want to do pre fucking comedy show. But
It is a bit of a weird move before an event.
well, it's because and I don't mean to talk shit on it like the group, and because I really enjoy all of them, they're really fun.
Mhm.
It's like they don't go out like it's like I'm going out fucking twice a week, whether I'm going out or like do, but like they don't do it up, So it's like okay, this is their day. They're doing up dinner,
Yeah.
comedy show, and then they actually because of like one of the guys has some perks, was able to get a hotel down there. So like fuck it, they're gonna go out. Where it's like I didn't go out with them, but like that was like their day to do it up. They all kind of like took off, did this, did that. All right, cool. But anyways, we're sitting there eating a steak. I got a dry aged fucking New York strip. That shit was delicious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I should have gotten the Wagyu, which is only like $3 more, but it was like 7 ounces less. Didn't
Mhm.
need the extra 7 ounces. I should have just got the fucking Swagyu, called it a
Yep.
day.
You should
Um,
have.
I know, but I just didn't know what to expect. It was, whatever. I was only getting
Right.
steak and a soup. I didn't want to be like under full, but whatever.
Exactly.
So, anyways, the bill comes and I know what I'm supposed to be spending, right? I'm like, yeah, it's like $120 in my head. I'm like, all right. And I don't care about the whole like splitting it 5 ways. I really don't. I understand how it works. Like, I am game. But one of the guys was like, oh, Felbo, like, he did the math on it. And God fucking forbid I ever let someone just do the math and just tell me what it would have been. He did the
Yeah.
math. He's like, oh, it's 180 a person. And I was like, damn, like I did not spend that much. And I didn't really say anything. But this dude, Danny, was like, "Hey, Felbo doesn't have to pay all that. Like he only had his steak and his soup. Like he didn't have the sides, he didn't have drinks, whatever." And I was just like, "Oh, well, thanks." He's like, "Well, what do you think you spent?" I was like, "Well, with the tip, probably about $120." Okay. So they made it like a scene, right? Where they were like, make sure you only put 120 on this card and then split it the other 4 ways. Okay. Waiter comes back, yada yada. They're all making fun of my Mickey Mouse card because I'll kill them all. Whatever.
That's an
Turns
easy
out,
target.
100%. Come back. The motherfucker did the math wrong. It was only like 115 a person. So my dumbass, after all that, I had the one with the most money on it. They all spent like $113. My fucking receipt says $120, and I'm like, Danny, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
He's like, I never said 180. I said you said 180, and my cousin backed me up. He's like, you 100% said 180. I'm like, dude, I would have split that 5 ways, call it a day. Like, I don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
I ended up spending more money. They all covered the
Oh
tip,
my
thankfully.
god.
But like they end up putting more for the tip. I just literally spent 120. But like I'm like, you made it a scene, made me feel like an asshole, like I'm some cheap prick. And then all of a sudden you did the math wrong, you fucking idiot. Like I was so annoyed with that.
But
Um
the people with him probably didn't even like give a shit. They were just like
no.
nobody was busting this guy's balls, even though
Well,
he fucked up the worst.
no, well, the thing is, they were all just like, "Hey, yeah, we're all gonna split it." You know what I mean? Like how you kind of do, and that's why I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to make a scene. I thought, but once I heard 180, I'm like, that is a little steep. Like, I don't really think I need to spend an extra $100 on what my steak costs. You know what I mean? I feel like it's
No,
a little
fuck
unfair.
that.
So that's why I kind of was like, well, yeah, I don't want to. Thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me. Anyways, dinner was okay. I just thought that was funny because these dickheads trying to make me feel like a cheap prick, some asshole, when in reality, um, but
Wait,
to get to
before we
the
leave dinner,
yeah.
what kind of soup did you get? It's soup season.
Oh,
We're
so
middle of the soup. Well, we're beginning of soup season.
there
Thank
was only
God.
two options. There was like a French onion, and then there was a lobster bisque. I can't have the lobster bisque because I'm allergic, so I got the French onion. It was actually the best French onion soup I've ever had, hands down. I didn't think it was gonna be
Damn,
like a big difference. It was phenomenal.
is that good?
Um, yes.
Did they do the whole? I don't like. See, some people love the whole cheese over the top, and you can't even get to it. I don't dig that, dude. I'd rather have my French onion no cheese.
That's absurd,
Broth
but
me.
I get what you're saying, but it was very manageable.
Yeah.
It was very manageable. The bread was easy to cut through. The fucking The cheese wasn't obnoxious. I did like, you're at a nicer restaurant. You don't want to be like a scumbag and like fucking slurping up cheese, like doing a fucking.
No, no.
So, but like, I didn't have to do that. It was very manageable. I was able to kind of like cut it off. Like it was not bad at all. Because I do get what you're saying, but to go no cheese is fucking nuts.
Yeah, but like, you go to like Applebee's. Not that I'm like, you go to McDonald's and you get their fucking French onion soup. Well, you go to
Yeah.
Applebee's and you can't even see the bowl.
No, I get
Find the
that.
bowl in the mutts.
Yeah.
The mutts.
No, no, I'm with you on that. I do understand that that is a little bit. It's like, hey, ease up on it. The soup is the star of the show. The cheese just adds to it. So I do get
Right.
you. Um, and we're gonna get off of actual food for
Damn it.
now.
Okay.
Well, actually, we'll get back on food in a little bit.
All right, great.
But
That's
what I
great
wanted
news.
to say, and this goes into the show and at dinner. So like one of the guys we were with was like really loud, and they were pretty loud, and like I like looked, and people are like staring at us, and like these are dudes that like make good money. Like we're not some ragtag group of kids that caught an extra C note in our check, and we're like, let's go to Morton. It's like these are
Right.
established professionals that like and it's a little loud. And I'm like, damn, like I wasn't embarrassed, but I was getting to the point where like, hey guys, like let's just shut the fuck up a little bit.
Are there any women at this dinner or on this trip?
No, there's 5
All
guys.
the all the fellas.
Yeah, all
No
the fellas.
wives, no
No
kids.
wives. No
So
wives, no
they're
kids.
so that's why this mentality is there for them.
Yes.
Complete
So
reckless abandon on their part. Okay.
yeah, and that's the thing. So this kind of like parlays into the show. Like I'm so like people just kind of like just be appropriate because the people that sat next to me, I was the fifth one of the 5 to sit, and I sat next to 2 randoms, and like the show was extremely funny, but every joke this dude was like laughing like oh, oh my oh my god, and then he like repeat part of the joke, and you're like, I
Yeah.
get it, but like dude, every joke, bro, like shut the and like then would comment, he'd be like facts or be like, oh, high key, that's true as fuck. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, shut up. And
Yeah.
I'm a little stoned, so like, I'm a big laugher, but dude, I was just like
Yeah. You're just cheesing the
the
whole
whole
time.
time, yeah. So like, I was barely like audibly laughing because usually I do laugh fairly a lot, but it's not like obnoxious. And I know, but I was like, man, like, how do you not have any self awareness that like you're at this show, you know, it's Chicago theater, so it's 3,500 people, but like everyone can hear you, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. You're ruining it for a lot of people. Like, just shut up. And that's kind of like where I'm at. And like the heart, if there was a hard stance, it's like I'm just so sick of people just being obnoxious for no reason when they like it's not a concert, it's a fucking comedy show, you know? Like,
Right.
shut the fuck up. Talk about it later.
And do you think that these people are like so not self-aware that like they're just kind of doing it and they don't even realize it, or do you think these people realize what they're doing and they're kind of like being obnoxious on
So
purpose?
I think it's an attention thing. That's why I'm glad you brought that up because it's like I think it's for people to notice them doing that. Like, no one is just. I mean, unless if you're really fucked up, but like no one's that like not self aware, you know?
Right. When you're
Or
that much louder than everybody else and it's like this is
yeah,
a fucking semi-quiet room because there's one guy talking.
yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
no one else is doing this but you. So
Right.
like, get a fucking hint, right? Like, what are you gain? I just don't get what you're like. What do you think these people are gaining out of like trying to like be loud? It's like you think I don't know. Like, if they think the comic is gonna say something to them and be like,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
get it.
like I don't think the comic is psyched about that either. Like he wants everybody on the same page too.
Yeah, like I don't get it. And at one point, both the comics, actually, the opener and the fucking Jeselnik, not to my guy, to some other guy that like yelled out. They literally
Yeah.
both were like they kind of stopped for a second and then they just went shh and like shushed them. And they were
That's
like,
sick.
let me do the jokes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like, but I get a grip, dude. I don't know. It upsets me, and I really don't like when people do that if it's not like the opportune time. You know?
No, yeah, that's a weird move. I I don't know. I feel like everybody's around social settings like that and shit like that happens, and if they're it just sucks when you're not comfortable with the person because you can't be like, shut the fuck up. You
Yeah,
know, when you're with the boys, it's a little different, and you're like, dude, what are you doing right now?
chill.
Like, get
Dude,
out of here.
did I tell you about Riot Fest? About when I said that to somebody?
No,
Oh
we
my
talked about
goodness.
Riot Fest a little bit, but you didn't tell me any
Okay.
stories.
So we're watching the Foo Fighters, and I'm with my buddy and his uncle. His uncle is like our age, though. It's not like he's older. He's like 3 years older than he is. Um, and he's like very into like the punk rock scene and blah blah blah. And like he was like talking to Julian behind me, and I'm in front because I'm like, I'm not in this conversation. I'm gonna watch the fucking concert. That's what I'm here
Yeah.
for. Anyways, they're talking the entire he's talking the entire fucking show for like the first like 40 minutes. And
It's the Foo Fighters.
it's the Foo Fighters, and it's like everyone can hear him. And like he like said something, and I turned around. I was just like, "Why don't you guys just shut the fuck up and enjoy the show?"
Yeah.
Obviously, not in like like I know who you are, so it's like obviously I'm not doing it like a hey I want to fight you. It was more like a joke, but like hey guys, like shut up. This is the last show of the night. Like let's fucking watch it, eh? And dude, he got pissed as fucking like was talking shit to me, and I was like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. And Julian was like, had to like talk him off the ledge. The guy was like, oh, he's like, oh, I should piss on your shoes or blah blah blah. And I'm like, I didn't really react because I was like, I don't know you. I don't know you that well. I'm not gonna get into a fight. But also like, really, dude, you're like gonna get all butthurt and like kind of get thug on me for no. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. And Julian was like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna have to kill my uncle, like, because if he touched you, he was done." I was just like, "That's my dog right there." So,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's just that's he was embarrassed because he wasn't self-aware at all, and he got fucking.
yeah,
It's the Foo Fighters, dude. Like the Foo
Yeah.
Fighters are on stage. What are we talking about
yeah,
right now?
that's what
This
I'm
is
saying.
crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, and like someone next to me was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Oh no way! You got the
but
backup validation. That's
Yeah.
massive. That's massive. So you did
also-
you did upwards of 10,000 people a favor.
Yeah, I did the Lord's work for sure.
You did.
But yeah, I just the lack of self awareness is insane in these streets, man, and it's really upsetting.
Bro,
How-
some people just snap. Sorry, Bob. Some people
go ahead.
just snap back like that, though. Like I'm sure we all know certain people where you can't just like tell them something, or you can't criticize them in any particular way. Like really got to break it down to make sure they know that it's not an insult. Otherwise, they're gonna
Yeah.
get pissed off, like this dude just did. It's just a shame that you didn't know him very well. So
Yeah.
like, there's nothing
Well-
you can fucking do. But also, you weren't in the wrong, so like, fuck him.
Well, that's the thing is like I know Julian enough, like where he's like my guy. I talk to him literally every day. Like he's like my dude, right? So it's like I thought me knowing enough about him and like kind of saying it to both of them was enough
Yeah.
for him to understand that it wasn't malice. It was just like, hey guys, shut the fuck up. You know, like let's watch the show. Let's
You
have
guys
some
went
fun.
there together. You can say whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Well, and you basically you talk like you said, you directed it. You probably basically looked at Julian when you said it
Oh, 100%.
to be like, "Hey, dude,
100%.
get your boy," you know.
Yeah.
But
Sam,
more
get your
so,
boy.
both of you shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's rough. How was Foo Fighters?
Oh, dude, phenomenal. I mean, they played for 2 hours, and honestly, like, they were so good. I mean, I
Worth
don't
the
care what
hype.
anyone
I
says.
mean, obviously everybody
Absolutely.
knows every song that they sing, which is fucking sick. So
And I feel like every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to talk shit about the Foo Fighters because it's like, I don't know why there's this weird. This isn't accurate, but I feel like there's a lot of like similarities to like the way people kind of hate on like Nickelback and Creed and all that shit. There's kind of a weird like hatred towards Foo Fighters that I don't get because they have so many good songs, and it's like, yeah, some of them are very radio-y, some of them are very poppy type shit, but like they're all good. And Dave Grohl, how do you not like them just for Dave Grohl? Like, how do you not like that guy? You know what I mean?
I've every interview that I've ever seen him do, every little fucking TikTok, anybody and everybody speaks so highly about Dave Grohl. Like he's just the
Yeah.
nicest person on the planet, and it seems that way too. Like everybody in that band, it kind of seems like they're all just super fucking nice. They always have
Mhm.
those kids go up on stage and play with them every concert that they do. So
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to not like them, and they sounded fucking awesome, which that always
yeah.
helps when they actually sound good. So,
Why
um,
is it? It's on all three of those bands: Creed, Nickelback, Foo Fighters. Not like, I mean, pretty much the same genre. Obviously, Creed was a little bit more like Christian rock, but still like
mhm.
rock leaning towards alt rock, just kind of like,
Yeah,
but all three banger fucking lead singers, like very like face of the band kind of lead singers, and they all
mhm.
just get shit on, and they all have great catalogs. It makes no
Yeah.
sense to me.
I don't think that the Foo Fighters get nearly as much like absolute like hatred as like especially
No.
Nickelback does, but
Yeah,
like
no.
yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. I don't I think it was just cool to jump on that like, oh, like this isn't punk rock or this isn't like what you're expecting of it. Like this isn't I don't know, because I feel like you get Nirvana and then you expect like Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters to be like Nirvana 2.0, but it's like you're not. They're
Yeah.
obviously him and Cobain are so different, like vocally and all that shit. Where you're like, oh, and I don't know. I think people like held that against him, like, oh, Kurt Cobain's dead, so fuck you, type thing. Like he did it, like he pulled
Yeah,
the
that's
trigger.
so
Like
dumb. Right.
I could be very wrong on that, but I just feel like there was I don't know, like I don't get why he gets any hatred or the band because they just put out good music. I mean, even the new shit's pretty solid still.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting question for our dad because he was, obviously huge into rock and roll and was around when Kurt Cobain and Nirvana were fucking popping off. So be interesting to hear like what he thinks about, because I know that he likes the Foo Fighters. I know he
Mhm.
does. I don't know what he thinks about like Dave Grohl versus Kurt Cobain and how like people feel about that. But that makes sense because it's 100% different sound. Kurt
Yeah,
Cobain was way like that was grunge. That was
yeah,
fucking he invented grunge like that. What did you
yeah.
just do?
I fucking hit my elbow off my desk hard as
Oh,
shit. I
motherfucker.
know. I was trying not to make a noise. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, exactly. He invented grunge. Yeah, it's literally like I don't know, but it was a great show, and people just need to shut the fuck up and enjoy what they pay money to go see. You know what I mean?
Yep. My hard stance of the week is Foo Fighters is awesome. And fuck you if you don't think so.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Creed and Nickelback for that matter.
I'm with you all the way. I
Okay.
still think. Have I ever told you guys about my Creed cover band?
No, you're doing a Creed cover band?
No, but I think it would be lucrative. Okay, not like millions of dollars, but to be like a local fucking act, a local cover band that goes around and takes banger songs and you sing them like a Creed or a Nickelback or like a Hootie and the Blowfish
Mm.
and just put the "Ugh" on
Yeah.
everything, dude, there's money to be had. If somebody's got the vocal fucking capability to do it, I'll manage the band. All right.
Yeah, that would be that would be really dope. That's another idea that we shouldn't have gave away. Nobody's
Yeah,
writing these
fair.
down.
No, but I just think it'd be so fucking I already sing every song like that. If I can't like actually hit the fucking note, which I can't hit most notes, I just throw in that fucking little,
Right to yeah, you're
like
Darius Rucker immediately.
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, it's so fun and it's so catchy and people can just get on board with it. So
I dig that. We could do like a Detroit, Chicago, Indy, Cleveland.
yeah,
That region. Midwest
100%.
region.
Yeah, be
Okay.
clutch. I got fucking Jack on the guitar,
There you go.
and then I gotta find the rest of the
Yeah,
band.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I got my brother plays
I'll mop
drums.
the floors or something.
Fucking, you'll have Bob in the back just tapping the tambourine.
Oh, I would love that, dude. I would love that. I'll do any kind of percussion that's not, too much thinking.
Oh, that's great stuff, man.
Before we move to Jack's wheels and doors thing, it is soup season. I did make white chicken chili this week. Well, I actually
How
didn't.
was it? Oh, you
Cody
didn't.
did.
Nice.
No, but we all had it. We actually made it last week and then made it again immediately on
Nice.
Monday. It's fucking
Nice.
bomb, dude. Needed it.
Simple.
We're
Absolutely.
back. And yesterday I went and I was like, we can't just do the chicken chili again without rolls. So I went and bought some King's Hawaiian rolls, butter them boys
Ooh.
up, give it a little dunkage.
Did you
Sick.
go? Did you crock pot it or did you stove it?
Stove it. I stove it because I don't have the patience. I never crock pot my chili. Jack's a crock pot guy. He's a big crock pot guy, but he's like a set it and forget it type of dude.
Yeah.
I like when I get home, I'm doing it all. I would never do
Yeah.
it like the morning of. I don't
Yeah.
got the
No, I'm with
patience.
you. I must. I recently made a batch and I stoved it, and it's nice. I like tending to it, and you're sitting
Mhm.
there and like I got my laptop up just to have like the recipe, and I'm playing YouTube and blah blah blah, and it's like just chilling, like I
Yep.
like chopping everything up, and it's nice when it's all coming together at once, because then you're always moving. Cooking is fucking great, man,
I agree. It's one of the
Yeah.
most therapeutic things you can do, really.
for
I
sure.
fucking love it. That's why this is a food podcast, because all
Yeah.
three of us are obsessed with that.
Yeah. Did you
What do you
what?
I was going to ask Jack, have you made that before? Have you made any chili before, Jack?
I have not made any chili, but white chicken chili is coming up in the next couple weeks. I didn't
Yeah.
know that the Lions and the Packers were playing this week until it was already too late, but I wanted it for that game.
Oh, you did?
So maybe next week I'll make it.
That would have been money.
What do you guys
You
mean
know, it
though
only
that you
takes
put it in the
one
oven?
day. Stove
Not in
top,
the
not
oven.
up.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
stove. Just a
on
big
the
pot.
stove.
Yeah, big
Gotcha.
Yeah,
pot
my
on
bad.
top of the stove. Yep.
Did we say oven?
I don't.
I think
don't
we
know.
said stove.
I thought
That-
we said stove too.
I'm glad we got that one done. The other one that I want to try this year is I want to try a New England clam chowder this year. That shit's good as fuck. Don't be out on it, Michael.
I can't. I can't eat that shit, dude.
We don't even need it's just clam juice. You can't have the clam juice.
I'm not supposed to have no, dude. What the fuck? That's like saying, can you have lobster juice? I'm pretty sure clams are
Come on.
considered shellfish. And I'm pretty sure I can't dabble with any of that shit, dude. That's like saying you're
we'll
fucking.
have somebody look that up for you.
That's like saying you're lactose and you're like, oh, I can't have cheese, but I can have milk. What the fuck?
Yeah, come on.
No, dude, it's not how that works. It's the same shit.
Is clam juice, what would you say?
Are clams considered shellfish? Not is clam juice fucking. I don't know what.
Our clams. Hold on, bear with me here. I'm doing this. Considered shellfish. There we go. Shellfish fall into two different groups: crustaceans like shrimp, crab, or lobster; mollusks like clams, mussels. Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Damn.
pretty sure. Pretty
All
sure
right,
it's
well,
Audi 5000
you're not
for
having
all
any.
that. Yeesh.
Me and Jack will let you know how it is.
Go for it.
No, absolutely not. I will
Jack,
not be
dude.
doing that.
You, Jack, I promise. I don't like clams. I like this because you're not eating clams. You're eating. It's just a.
Clam juice sounds worse. I'd rather eat a clam.
Dude, it's a white broth. It looks just like white chicken chili when you're done with
It's
it.
like hot dogs versus hot dog water. I don't want hot dog water.
Yeah, it's a tough
So-
sell. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's
It's such a
fucking
tough
good.
sell.
Okay, you just gotta
I mean,
trust me on this one.
Does
I
it
know what I'm
smell like
talking about.
clams?
No, it smells like.
Chowder.
It
Yeah.
smells like it smells like fucking soup with a little bit of stanky pussy on it, dude. Yeah, it does.
No, dude.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
No,
see, and
It smells like soup with that fucking good that shit that you go down there and you're like, damn, dude, I could pay rent down here. It's like that,
all right.
nice and clean.
Speaking of that, did you
Alright.
guys see that picture of Selena Gomez that just came out? Holy fuck.
Rice, no comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, same actually.
Savannah Marinos, that's my girl.
If you had to guess, okay. So if you had Uber Eats cancel an order on you, all right, and it's called place is called Outlaw Burger.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Outlaw Burger. If you had to guess what their specialty is, what would you think it is?
Outlaw Burger. They probably make a mean cowboy burger, right?
Which is what? Tell the
Which
people.
is a burger with an onion ring, bacon, and barbecue sauce.
You know what, Bobby? I fucking love you to death because that was balls on accurate, right?
I know what I'm doing.
So, me and my coworker today, we ordered this place. I was feeling a burger, but I was like, I don't want like some dirty, like old, just like grill burger. I want something fancy. I wanted like a good fucking burger without spending a shit ton of money. Order
Yep.
up burgers. They were called like fucking whatever they were called. But it was exactly that. It was a burger, cheese, bacon, onion rings, barbecue sauce, bun.
Delicious.
Excuse me. Delicious. And we both got a side of onion rings.
Nice. Double
30
down.
minutes goes by. Yeah, 30 minutes goes by. Uber Eats says, Nicholas is picking up your order. Sick.
Perfect.
So I click the app to see when the fuck Nicholas is going to be here. And then a minute later, it says, oh, the store has canceled your order because they don't have something that you ordered. And I was like, okay, if I ordered a fucking lobster tail from Outlaw Burger, I'd kind of
You get
understand
it.
that we don't have it. But like your Outlaw Burger, how do you not have those things available at all times? That's like saying Popeyes is running out of chicken,
Which happened
which did happen. For that bad
during the chicken sandwich thing. They ran out of chicken at a bunch of places, and people were not happy.
But
But
this
yeah,
isn't
that's fucking
like
crazy.
come on. And
This
I'm
isn't
like, dude,
Popeyes. This is a place that should be fully stocked on everything. This is
Yeah.
like a fucking
it's a niche burger place. It's like not even like a real, it's like it's a chain. And I was like, dude, if you're gonna do that, cancel it immediately. I just waited 30 fucking minutes for
Yep.
you to tell me, oh, here's a refund. And it's like, so now I gotta go out and get fucking food and take another 30 minutes. It's like I'm at work, dude. Like, come on. That shit had me fired the fuck up today.
Is there any like kind of system where like what happens if the Uber guy like flips his car? Do you get anything for that? Like, do you get a notification like Nicholas ain't coming? Like some bad shit happened.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe, but I'm sure it would be something just like, oh, hey, we couldn't get your shit. Here's your money back. But I don't know. That's
Well, keep us updated on that because I'd like to know. And you order this a lot, so maybe one of your guys will slip up and
yeah.
we'll get to have that notification. Segue right into Jack. What are we talking about here with this wheels and doors conversation that we're gonna have?
Fuck.
All right, I heard Wheels and Doors V2 the other
Oh,
day, and I was
no.
like, all right, I got to mention this.
Okay.
It is words read or
Oh, I heard
steps
this one.
taken.
Words read or steps taken. Holy fuck, that is a good one.
You read a lot of fucking words throughout the day, bro.
Right, on accident. You don't even mean to be reading. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out
And
to
I'm
all
sure
the
there's
other
days
people
where
out
it's
there.
more on both sides. Like there'll be days where I walk more than I read and vice versa, but
Yep.
I don't know.
There's some days you just wake up and you're like, I just want to get my steps in today. I don't really need to be reading like that.
Right.
And so
right.
you just walk around with your eyes closed.
Yeah, but dude, even then, I think if you're out and active, you're also reading a shit ton.
Yep. You are.
I think it's steps. I think it's steps, and I don't think it's close. My thing is, dude.
Man. But
All
you're
right,
reading
so-
a lot of words
all right,
at once,
so-
and you're
all right.
driving a lot too. You got to take driving into
Okay.
consideration.
So say you drive a mile, right?
Yep.
Say you drive a mile, and you're just paying attention to the road, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you probably don't even read all the street signs, but I'm just gonna give it the benefit
No.
of the doubt. Say you
That's
drive
probably
1 mile,
1,000 words right there.
you're high. You clearly don't know what 1,000 is, dude. 8 street signs. 8 street signs is what you're gonna
Did you
pass.
did you say you're driving an hour or you're driving a mile?
A mile.
Oh, okay.
So
Not
you're-
1,000.
You
Yeah, I was
clearly don't
gonna
know what
say.
1,000 is. Out to 1,000 right now.
Because think about it,
No,
dude. Like,
not 1,000.
okay, you do 1 mile, you're passing. This is we'll say residential area too, especially. You're passing 8
Mhm.
street signs. You might not even read every sign. And it's like, dude, how many times are you driving more than 30 miles in a day if you're going to and fro from work? And it's like, what are you reading? You're not reading everything that you pass. I don't care what the
No,
fuck
you
say.
might not be reading every sign.
Well, you should pay attention to your fucking car, the road more than the goddamn fucking signs. I just feel like
Where
1 to 2
Where
words on a street sign or a fucking billboard, like on like a like Burger King, is not adding up even nearly to what
Yeah,
you're
but you're so
fucking.
rarely driving, bro. It's not like you're spending 5 hours a
Okay,
day in your car, you know?
fair, fair. I just wanted to get driving out of the way. So
Okay.
I would say in a day of driving, you probably read. I would roughly say about 500 words
Sure.
because that's.
I think that's a
We'll
good
say
conservative
you're
amount.
passing 250 establishments roughly, and and or signs.
He said a day of driving, Jack, not a mile.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like a day's
Jack
worth of
was
like
kidding.
to and
Jack
from work. If and
You
then,
said 500 and Jack almost had a fucking a stroke.
My brain split in two.
So
Dude, I think in a day without even fucking trying, I probably read. Cause like, okay, let's do this. You had to write like a fucking 2,000 word essay or something.
doesn't
Which
mean
is
I'm
like-
reading shit.
Yeah, but it's like
You're reading a lot, no steps.
that's like quite a few pages. But I think in a day you could easily read that on accident.
I just
know?
want to say
Do
that
you guys spend any time on a computer at work? I know you both do.
absolutely.
That's
All
a lot
day.
of words on a computer, man.
Yeah, but is it, dude? Like, what is a lot? I mean, my thing is, I don't know, dude. Think about this. All right, a Harry Potter book. The biggest one is 190 fucking thousand words. Smallest one is, or actually, it's more than that. The smallest one is 76,000 words. I've never read a Harry Potter book before, but like that's a thick fucking book, dude. Like, there's no way I read even a quarter of that a day. No way. I don't know. I think it's steps. It could be. It could be words though.
Yeah, but a heavy step day is what, like 12,000?
I would say between
That'd be
between
heavy.
10 and 20 on some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
I think it's all job dependent too.
Million
Like I'd
percent.
probably get to like 6,000 or 7,000 steps a day because like my
Yeah.
job is so much of me sitting down.
Yeah.
But like if you're a fucking nurse, you're probably taking more steps than
When-
you're reading. I would
Yeah. When I was a custodian, I fucking.
you were,
I
yeah.
literally was walking. Over 10,000 a day,
easy.
and it's like I don't know. This is such a hard question to even consider. Like, but like everyone's like, "Oh, your text messages." It's like, dude, I don't send fucking. I send probably 30 texts a day at about fucking 10 words of text. I probably read my phone text messages maybe 500 words a day. And then like, yeah, I'm on the internet and all, but like each caption of an Instagram post is fucking 7 words. I don't know. It's just not
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, it
I
is very dependent because I send and receive probably 200 emails a day.
I'm probably not that far off, but I probably more so like towards 100 a day.
Like I
between
send
send and receive.
probably like 15 to 20 emails a day, and I receive like at least 100, I think.
All right.
Yeah,
Also,
wrong,
are
right?
we counting if you reread something?
I mean,
Like
yeah.
what?
Okay. So like, say, okay. No, not reread, but like, okay. Say you're going through your fucking emails, right? And you already read something from Jack, and then you scroll back by it, but you see it again. Is that like you count that?
That is another word read.
You read it.
But it's not really
Yeah,
reading.
you didn't.
You're not really reading it. You're just seeing it, and you're. It's like when you pass by a Burger King. You don't have to read it to know it says Burger King.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
you
that's
see
what
the-
reading is, though.
No, it's not. Think about it
Yes,
though.
it is.
No,
That's 100%.
Just because no, okay. Think about this. If you saw the Burger King logo without the Burger King words,
Yeah.
you know it's Burger King, right? You didn't read shit, but you knew it was Burger King.
Yeah,
If you
but
drive by it and you see it, you're just like, oh yeah, there's Burger King. Because for one, I see the fucking logo, and yeah, okay, the words are there, but you don't necessarily have to read those to
but
know that it's Burger King.
you do though.
To me, that's not really reading if it's mental, if it's memory of something just because it shows up. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense to you? Does that?
yeah, but
like, I
it's not
understand-
just showing up.
It
I mean, it
You're-
is just showing up, but also you looked at it.
That's like saying
now
that-
you read it.
If you look, you read. I think that's got to
see,
be the rule.
I don't agree
Yeah.
with that. I genuinely don't agree with that. I don't go.
Okay, let's wait. Let's start from the
Burger
beginning.
King.
That's how you're doing it. Your brain just processes it. And I'm not trying to give you all this credit here, but maybe you're just a fucking genius because you see it and your brain's like Burger King immediately. You don't
No,
even know that you're
it's
reading
just
it, Mike, and you read it.
association to things. But I still don't. But you don't have to see the words to know what it is, though.
No,
So
you
it's like,
don't. But
okay,
you do see the words, and that counts as reading it.
no bullshit. 'Cause I don't always read. I just looked at the top of my computer and I know it says, okay, file, edit, view history. I fucking looked right by it and it's like, oh yeah, there's my fucking buttons. I know they're up there. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, you just know they're there. So how is it still considered? Like, I know it is considered reading, but I don't think it should count for this argument.
It counts, dude. It's on a technicality.
That's bullshit.
Go ahead, Jack.
No, I don't know, man. I feel like there's no other way to, like, you can't look at something without reading it unless you're like seeing every
Okay,
letter separately.
so what if you're
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
what if you're fucking you're dyslexic and you're not a smart person, or you have a disability of something, you can't make it happen? You look at that sign with them motherfucking words up there, you know it's Burger King, but you're like, I don't know what the fuck that jumbled those fucking letters say. I just know that motherfucker's Burger King. Are those words read because you couldn't technically read them? Because
Words
I'm
were
dumb.
not read.
No.
But
Not
how the
knowing
fuck they
what
know they're Burger King?
no, not knowing what the letters meant means you read the letters.
Yep.
That's another word.
Yeah, but
Maybe
that's
even
fucking
3 or 4 words,
so
depending on how dyslexic
so
you are.
so you're telling me that you could just look at shit, and even if you don't know what it says, even if you have no idea what the fuck it says, that's still reading it? That's fucking insane. I feel like there
No,
needs to
yeah,
be-
you can't count
gotta-
that, Jack. You have to be able to process it. That's what reading is processing it. Because if it was just looking, then in kindergarten you'd be like, yeah, I can fucking read. I see all these words.
Yeah, I'm sick
okay,
as
and that's
fuck at
another
reading.
thing,
Yeah,
too.
you're right. Like a
'Cause
foreign language, I wouldn't count Spanish words reading. 'Cause I
Right,
can't-
yeah,
know what
like
the
I
fuck
don't
it
know
says.
how to
Exactly.
speak Mandarin, but like I see the words that I can't read them though, so I'm not reading those. But yes, Mike, I think that if we're driving by this Burger King,
I love how Burger King is just the
yeah, I don't know
best
why
one.
you chose that one, but
I
that's
don't
the one
either,
that we're going
but I
with.
know that because it's the
We're
burger
keeping the
and the
control the
colors.
same.
Yeah, the control is there.
So even though I'm a dyslexic person, so if I'm a dyslexic person, and even though that I know that it's Burger King, that doesn't count as me reading it though, because I
Okay.
didn't read it. But if I see, like, if I'm driving by Speedway and the fucking sign says Speedway, I process, like, I know that the S is Speedway already, but I also read it underneath without my brain even, like, knowing that I did that. I think that's what
You're
I'm
like,
saying.
But
Unless you're just
and
looking at silhouettes of signs, like, are these just signs that don't have the names on them?
Okay,
Like,
how
that
about-
would be a bigger
okay,
issue.
remember that the logo quiz games that you'd always like
Yes.
people would play? Okay,
Great time.
that's your mind, right? Knowing, how do you know what those are if you're not reading, dog? You don't have to read it just because you see it.
Yeah, but we're
You know what I'm
splitting hairs here.
saying?
Yeah,
are
I know. Like,
hairs.
that's memorization. That's memorization. Like, that's not reading. Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to make sure that I understand that you understand that I understand.
Okay,
that-
yes, I understand what you're understanding.
Okay.
But yes, so if there are no if there are no words, then you cannot read. I agree with that. I
I'm just saying,
completely
though,
agree.
your
If
mind-
there
I'm
are
just
no
saying,
words,
though,
reads, then
I'm
you
just saying
cannot word.
that
dude, I'm all jumbled up.
your mind can fucking understand what something is without actually reading what it is, even if there's words there. That's all I'm trying to say. Just because there's words doesn't mean
But
you
we're
necessarily
still
read it.
counting those as words read.
I disagree with that, but that is splitting hairs. And honestly, the amount of times that happens compared to the actual amount of times you're actually reading shit with the emails and text messages and words on the fucking whatever, very probably small percent. I just made a very big deal about it, but still. Also,
I think you already made your best point.
what?
Something that I didn't even consider, like saying, like, okay, a quarter of a Harry Potter book, and people forget, but this whole thing started because we were trying to find out what happens more if you're taking more steps or if you're reading more words. I think that's the best point. Like, I don't know if I read a quarter of a Harry Potter book every day.
Dude,
Like, do I do that?
20,000 words a day would be a lot.
That's what I mean.
That's what
And
I'm
I'm
saying. Like that's a lot.
it's like 6,000 words I feel like is a lot. So I don't
Hmm.
know. And that's about how
I
many
wish
steps I'm taking a day.
I wish that emails showed you like characters, like how many characters are on the email, like
Yeah.
that you receive. So then we could just do a quick run, be like, all right, I just gotta do a couple like
Could do a
100 fucking
day
numbers.
experiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think that personally is the biggest thing. Is like for me, my work day, like how like with the emails, because you're constantly rereading your emails and shit like that. Like even though I send 100 or whatever, but it's like I'm really reading it twice or whatever. So, but I don't know. I think that shit doesn't add up as much as I don't know. Maybe. Also, what about all the years that you can't read? You start walking at what 2? You don't read till like 5,
You're
or you
right. Yeah.
barely read until there.
You got a 3-year window where you're just looking at shit dyslexic and you have no idea what it says.
And let me tell you what, when I'm
pretty sure
hammered
that's Burger
drunk,
King.
when I'm hammered drunk, yeah. But when
I'm gonna
I'm
go tell Mike.
yeah, when
I
I'm
guess I
hammered
never know.
drunk and I black out, I do a lot of walking. And let me tell you what, I do
Yeah.
0 reading.
Yeah, you don't do
0.
any reading. That's true.
Let's
We have to get to something. We can carry on this conversation next week too, because I'm gonna look more into this and pay attention more. But we do have to address one thing before we get out of here today. And as our Taylor Swift correspondent, Michael Falbo, I just wanted to get your read on the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation. Are you pro this relationship? Is this good for the Chiefs? Is Travis Kelce clout chasing? Is Swift clout chasing? What's the fucking word here? You're the man on the streets with these Tay Swifties. I want to hear what your thoughts are.
So I still am not. I don't think it's necessarily a confirmed relationship still. I'm still not convinced that it's real.
Even after the walkout together?
Even
and the
after
Mama
the
Kelce?
walkout. And the Mama Kelce.
Okay.
I did see like Kelly Keegs was like saying like Dick must be amazing if she's with the mom already. Like I do like where it's like I get that, but also like it's all up in the air. And then she was like, "Oh, he's like, I seen you rock out at Arrowhead. That you should come watch me rock out." Like I don't think I'm not
You're
saying
not
they're not
buying the
necessarily.
gimmicks.
I'm not necessarily saying that they're not dating. I don't think that they're like in a relationship yet though. Like I think it's
Yeah.
still very early feeling it out. No. Still very like feeling it out, and I'm still out on the concept of them actually being together, but I think that it's obviously something.
Would
But
you
it could
like it if it ended up happening and they were like confirmed together?
no, because I think I like Travis Kelce a lot, but he's such a
Yeah.
fucking douchebag.
So you're
and
defending Tay here.
yeah, I think that she could do better in terms of just like it's like you're Taylor Swift, dude. Like and actually, you know what? I retract that. I think Kelsey's probably a good dude, but you've heard him talk about his like ex wifey or whatever the fuck that she was. Like I don't know. They had like it was like weird. It seems like that like he wasn't exactly the best to her.
I've never heard him talk about that, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like he was dating someone who was obviously well off, wealthy, and it's like, oh, she's got her money, I got my money, this and that. Like, where it's like, dude, you're a multi-millionaire. Like, just be the good guy. I know, like, these chicks are out here fucking gold digging, but it's like, if you actually care
Yeah.
about someone and like it's real, like, I don't know, money shouldn't be a thing. And I'm pretty sure he cheated on her and shit. I could be wrong on that part, but I believe I heard in an interview with him like saying there was infidelity. So I don't know. I just think he's like the poster boy of the fuck boy.
Yeah.
And I think she's the biggest thing on the planet right now, and it's like I don't get why that would be what she goes for,
It's interesting. Savannah likes it. She likes the bad boy factor of the whole thing.
Why is he a bad boy though? Who the fuck made him a bad boy? He's never done anything. He's white boy from Cincinnati that talks with a little bit of like a gangster fucking dialect sometimes. What makes him a bad boy? He
I
plays
know. I
football
think
for the Chiefs in Kansas City. What
yeah,
is
but
bad about him?
he plays football. Like that's like the whole thing.
That's being a bad boy.
No.
Andrew Luck played football. Is he a
Oh
bad
yeah.
boy?
No, but he wasn't
Kirk
like
Cousins is out there on a football field right now.
Yeah, Kurt Cobangs is out here balling, and you're
I get
telling
that.
me, like,
But
come
they
on, you
don't
gotta
like
have some
they
street
don't
cred.
I know, but they don't play the persona game. Like you got like Travis fucking plays that game. Like you said, Travis is a fuck boy. He's a bad boy. Like he's
I
probably
see.
somebody that your mom looks at is like probably don't want you dating that guy. Like
I
that's the
think
kind of guy
that's
Kelsey is.
I think that's bullshit. I think you bring that guy home and he fucking charms the fuck out of the family,
Oh, he
and
definitely
everyone
charms him.
loves him. I see. I
But
think
on the surface level, without knowing him, you're just thinking that guy might be a scumbag.
I see. I don't know.
Just
I don't think
superficial.
being a bad boy and being a fuck boy, I think, are different things, and I think we gotta hone in on what those different things are. Because I don't think he's a bad boy at all. I think he's, like I said, he's a fucking white kid from Cincinnati that plays in Kansas City. Like, there's nothing tough about him. He punched a guy in fucking practice. Ooh, like what the fuck?
Michael,
I
I'm sorry, but the way you said that he would wow the family made it sound so much like you wanted to bring him home to yours.
Oh, big time.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. Like he's just that guy. He's just that guy where you're like everyone loves him, but then again, like he's just kind of a douche because he always got everything handed to him, or he was always the head of the football team, and this is what happened. He's the best tight end ever. Like it kind of just strokes the ego a lot, you know.
If Taylor Swift was dating Justin Fields, could she single-handedly save the Bears?
No, she would say, Justin, get out of there now.
She would grab him and take him somewhere else.
She would say, let's go to Kansas City where Travis plays and show you a real team, which they actually
Yeah.
they just did go to Kansas City, but no, they couldn't
And
do
Justin
shit.
Fields would be playing running back.
There would be, dude. There's already enough distractions in the fucking Bears world. There's Taylor Swift dating Justin Fields would make it a million times worse.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that it's overall bad for the Chiefs though, where it's like I feel like Jackson Mahomes and his wife are like kind of like out, you know, where it's like that was always like the distraction, the embarrassment, and now it's like, oh, now we got Travis Kelce dating fucking Taylor Swift. Like it's, I don't know, like what the fuck.
It's crazy that like I understand that you kind of have to talk about it because, like you said, she literally is the biggest thing on the planet right now. I understand you have to talk about it when she's in the house, but the fact that like Patrick Mahomes talked about it in his interview after the game, Andy Reid talked about it, like I know that it's not a distraction. Like I know that football is football, and these guys can they can mentally get through anything, but still. If I'm a fan, I'm like, hey, fellas, like, let's fucking keep this shit on track here because we're 2-1 and we don't look the best right now, you know?
Yeah. I agree. It's, and like, do we have to pan to her every single time Kelce catches a ball?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like that's obviously just fucking Fox or ABC or whoever the fuck the game is on.
Trying to get them numbies.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you know, dude, like that's where it's annoying as a football fan. I can care less about like who's watching it, you know, like, hey, fuck it. If chicks want to chime in now, that's awesome. The more people watching it, better. But I don't want to have to see Taylor Swift or hear about her on every fucking play. I feel like that's obnoxious.
No,
and I don't
agree.
hate on Taylor Swift as a whole. I mean, I don't love everything she does. I don't hate her. Like, she's a fucking genius. Let me tell you what.
And this weekend, you know who the Chiefs play? Sunday night football in the Big Apple. Chiefs, Jets. If you don't think that T Swift is going to be fucking all over the national broadcast in New York City, you're drunk. See, it's basically going to be all about her.
I think that the next, okay, so I think this week she's there. Maybe week 5 she's there. I think after the third game, I will be like, all right, I'm in on it. It's real. It's a thing.
You want 3 games?
I want at least 3 games. Yeah,
3 weeks.
And I'm giving that the week buffer before all this shit, where like it was rumored and blah blah blah, where it's like, okay, so now it's like a month of you guys actually seeing each other. All right,
Mhm.
I'll give into it.
Yep. So that'd be 3 weeks, a week, 7 days is let's go like 50,000 steps. So she's got to get like 150,000 steps in before Mike is even considering that her and Kelsey are dating.
Yeah, and you
Fair?
know she is. She's out here moving around, dude.
Oh,
She's
dude,
shaking
she's
it off.
fucking yeah. That was a very conservative number that I just threw out there. She's probably
Yeah,
getting 10 a day, so 2,100 or
yeah,
210,000. Holy fuck,
yeah.
that's a lot of steps. Okay. Anything else?
No,
Episode 86.
yeah,
All right. We'll keep everybody posted on this whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey thing. I'm sure we'll tell you about it before the internet will.
yeah.
We love you guys. Episode 86 is a wrap. Like, subscribe. We'll try to get some fucking clips out to you guys. We're bad. We're so bad.
Yeah, we are bad.
We're going to be better. We love you guys. Thanks for riding. Peace.